Namaste. This is Paramakaruna and the channel of the Jagannath Vallabha Vedic Research Center. Today I'm posting some extract from a meeting. We are making it shorter than the entire meeting that probably is a little, too long for general consumption. So the first question in the meeting was about how to tackle racism. If you have questions, you please write to me at the address that is in the description of this video. And please subscribe to the channel, help us develop and support this work we are doing to defend Hinduism. Thank you. I'm going to talk about some issue that we have been suggested about. So the general field is Hindu advocacy. So Hindu advocacy means we want to help people better understand the original, genuine Hinduism and help Hindus to become more effective in protecting themselves and establishing a better image. Okay, one sec. And yes, we are again recording. So yeah, Hindu advocacy, how to present a better image about Hinduism and Hindus. Now, we have a problem, a major problem, especially in some places, for example, in United States and United Kingdom, where we have large communities of Hindus of Indian origin. Unfortunately, because people in general, the general public, doesn't know much about Hinduism, they mistake Hinduism for a race. So when they see people with a brownish complexion, they think they're, all one bunch, South Asians. And for many people, this basically means Pakistani, because there are a lot of Pakistani and Bangladeshi immigrants in Western countries that are very vocal. They're very active in demanding rights, presenting themselves to the community, and not always in a good way. So, for example, we can see that especially in United Kingdom, there is what is described as grooming gangs. So, in other words, these are men who believe that they can also have intimate relationships with girl children and sell them, why not, while they're at it. So this is acceptable according to Abrahamic religions, ideologies, because if we go and see in the in the text, in the scriptures of Abrahamic faith, we have, this kind of activity is, considered normal. Now, we know that Hinduism does not consider this activity normal. But how to tell people? This is a problem because people don't know about the ideologies, so they just identify with whatever they have. So for some time, I was trying to communicate with the leaders of the Hindu community, especially in UK, but they were not interested. So I think that it's up to each one of us. We have the duty to help the general public get a better, a clearer, and more realistic, more solid perspective on what Hinduism actually is. Who are the Hindus? Who knows? Most people don't make a difference between Hindus, Pakistanis, Indians, Bangladeshis, Sikh. They're all more or less the same. So if you're a Hindu and you are being bullied by, racist prejudice, the best thing you can do, you can help the ignorant people understand that what they believe is not correct. So if someone is calling you a Paki or a Pakistani, you can say, no, I'm not a Pakistani, I'm not even a Muslim. I'm a Hindu. I'm from India. You know India? You heard about India? So if they have not heard about India, that's a good opportunity. And that's a good opportunity to explain what Hinduism is. So this is one important point. So I would like to request all Hindus to make an effort to open up to the general public and make themselves known, in the best possible way. Come out of their communities, come out, get out from their small circle, open up to other people, invite people to Hindu functions, distribute Hindu books, suitable Hindu books, some introduction to Vedic knowledge, introduction to Hinduism. Why Hinduism is a very tolerant, open-minded, inclusive ideology, but if we don't tell people, how will people know? So if someone from the general public wants to know about Hinduism, what they do? They go on Wikipedia, where they say, oh, Hinduism is bad, it's all about birth, prejudice, and caste. Okay, we know it's not the case. Then we have the responsibility to tell people. We cannot blame people because they don't know. If we don't tell them, how they are going to know? Those who are enemies of Hinduism, they're presenting their own perspective. Okay, we cannot stop them. But why are we not presenting our perspective? who can we blame? So this is the this is what I would like to do, to invite Hindus to make an effort. If they cannot do it directly, personally, they should support those who are working in that direction. So this is not so difficult. Whatever you can do to support, that would be nice. Okay, this was one of the requests. Let's see what other requests we have. We have another request. Virabhadra, you wanted to say something? Okay. How do we deal with it? Okay, now there is an added problem which has come out recently because of the COVID, especially in the United Kingdom, but in USA as well. Like now they say the news in United Kingdom are saying that a great majority, over 80% of the new COVID cases are of the Indian variant. They are called Delta variant. And, that poses a problem in USA as well. Because just like there have been racial attacks on Chinese-looking people in the USA when the pandemic became news. So now there can be some similar problems in these regions, targeting people who look Indian. So that is different from the Pakidaki slur. So, and in fact, we have seen from the news from the United States that people who even vaguely looked Asian were attacked. So, Korean people, Vietnamese people, it had totally nothing to do with China. And even if they were, actually Chinese people are not responsible. Chinese people in the United States are not responsible for what the government of China has done. So you don't really have so much, space to discuss with people who are ignorant and aggressive, blindly aggressive. These, of course, it depends. How can you deal with racism? It depends on the situation. If you're alone in the middle of a Ku Klux Klan meeting, how do we deal with it? Try not to go there. Try to get out as quickly as possible, without being noticed too much. Try not to put yourself in, in danger, which is more or less what we have been telling, children and women and, everybody else who can be attacked, by mindless aggressors, like homeless people, gays, all sorts of we can say different, quote unquote, all different people are usually, considered game for you know, as scapegoats to vent the rage and frustration of the sheeple, the ignorant masses. So, of course, to address the problem at the root, we need to remove the ignorance. As I was saying before, you know, if you want to change the behavior of the ignorant masses, you have to address the ignorance. You have to eliminate the ignorance. Now, also, we should not underestimate the power, the sheer power of the numbers of ignorant people and stupid people. Because we don't want to, you know, fight totally outnumbered. We have to choose our battles. So we need to use our brains more than, you know, fighting back, trying to prove to ourselves that we are worth something. We don't need to do that. We need to understand which strategy works better. Unfortunately, even from our side, there's not so much knowledge, so much intelligence going around. So we are limited. We have limited means. Again, we come back to what I was saying before. The best solution is that the people who actually have the proper understanding, the proper knowledge, they should realize they have a responsibility. They should take up this work and cooperate, communicate properly, cooperate properly, not just follow the directions of, you know, official leaders, because the official leaders are not helping much. So we need to, you know, pick up and do whatever they're not able to do. So I hope this answers the question. I'm, of course, available for discussions, strategy discussions. I've been doing that for 20 years. Some people have been listening. Some people have not been listening, but yeah. We do what we can do. I'm still here. Okay,